we have arrived at the final leg of our journey, a journey that's taken us from the early days of public sector modernization through the trials and triumphs along the way. We've witnessed the rise of executive agencies, the rollout of key plans, policies, and infrastructure, and many initiatives to transform the sector. In this episode, we'll explore the birth of the Transformation Implementation Unit, plans for further strengthening the sector, and the strategies to ensure that the public sector is innovative, responsive, and put on a path of continuous improvement and sustainability. I'm Steve McHugh, and this is the final episode in our four-part series on Jamaica's Public Sector Modernization and Transformation Program. – 2017 signaled a turning point in Jamaica's public sector transformation drive. The period saw a declaration from the Prime Minister to focus on implementation of public sector transformation projects.
Over 30 years, we have been going through this process of public sector transformation, and we have studied it till, we are repeating ourselves. You could almost say that public sector transformation is not a JLP policy, it's not a PNP policy. It is national policy.
Against this background, the government set out to build on the past with redesigned public sector transformation initiatives, and the 2017 policy statement by the Prime Minister detailed its intentions.
I think the uniqueness of Jamaica was the willingness to take the hard measures that were needed to restore the fiscal sustainability. And this does not come automatically. There was political willingness, there was bipartisan support for going through with the reforms, there was societal support, a lot of societal sacrifices. People of Jamaica made a lot of sacrifices. And businesses, the private sector, everybody was engaged in this journey, which was very unique to Jamaica. Nothing happens automatically. It happens because of deliberate, conscious policy making.
PSTOC is the Public Sector Transformation and Oversight Committee. It was established in December of 2016 under the 3-year standby agreement signed between the government of Jamaica and the International Monetary Fund. What we ended up doing was to identify what we call some structural benchmarks, some 14 main items that we were able to have instituted on a first phase basis as part of the implementation process. We were able to, in that 3-year period, to successfully tick them has been achieved. And having done that, our work as the PSTOC would have been completed, which was really to get us to the first phase of the transformation process.
We were advised by the government and we were brought in terms of consultations with regard to various efforts at modernization and transformation in the public sector. So we have had several different iterations of reform for the public sector. At all stages, the unions were part of the picture.
The pledge of Prime Minister Holness to build a better public sector was not only a declaration of intent, but also a catalyst for transformation. This signaled the government's determination to create a more efficient and effective public sector for the benefit of citizens.
The public sector provides services to the public, to citizens, and it's important that those services are provided efficiently, timely, at affordable costs, and in a reliable and accurate way. I tell people all the time that, when you are an officer, even if you're on the customer side and you sit in front or stand in front of a citizen, you're representing the government of Jamaica in that moment, in that transaction. And the citizen's view of the government is formed by their experience in that interaction.
The Transformation Implementation Unit was established in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service to spearhead the government's transformation program.
This time around, we said we're not going to try and attack all of the problems at one time. Yes, we want a more efficient public sector. Yes, we want a more productive public sector. However, we want to also ensure that we're doing two things. We are building a foundation for this transformation, and we are also looking at the areas of the public sector that we can have the most impact on citizens and employees.
The Public Sector Transformation Program, initiated in 2017, is based on 5 pillars: public sector efficiency and ICT, human resource management transformation, compensation management, rationalization of public bodies, and shared corporate services. The Public Sector Efficiency and ICT pillar focuses on making better use of information and communication technologies in targeted ministries, departments, and agencies on a phased basis. To date, the TIU has worked with the Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, to introduce a customer relationship management system in the agency. It has also partnered with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security to replace its manual work permit system with a modern web-based system. Another partnership with the National Fisheries Authority resulted in the introduction of a web-based licensing and registration system for fishers and fish farmers. The TIU has also undertaken an ICT expansion project at the Child Protection and Family Services Agency to significantly improve its operations and expand its services. A major transformation under this pillar is the rollout of a government network, which has commenced in the Kingston metropolitan area. Additionally, it has upgraded the way data is stored and managed in the public sector. Under the Human Resource Management Transformation pillar, the TIU is repositioning HR departments to deliver improved services to employees and provide more strategic support to their organizations.
The transformation of HR is at the center of public sector transformation. We can build in efficiency using technology into the public sector. We can, tailor the public sector landscape by rationalizing our public bodies. And, we could build a compensation system that works for the public sector. But if we don't have public sector employees engaged in the transformation process, if they can't catch the vision and be as hungry as we are for what we are trying to build, then everything that we have worked for will fail, without a doubt.
As part of the Public Sector Transformation Program, the government undertook a comprehensive reform of its compensation system.
The compensation in the public service became woefully complex and bureaucratic in a way that no longer serves the interests of the country. We ended up having 325 pay scales across the public service, where people who do similar jobs are paid completely differently. The system was opaque because of its complexity, and you could not easily predict how the wage bill would grow after a negotiation because of the complexity. So we needed to restructure, just to break down compensation totally, deal with it on an individual basis, and ensure that in the restructured system it was simple and easy to understand, it was transparent. The citizens of Jamaica need to be rewarded with better service. Through the compensation restructuring, we are in a better position to attract the people that we need to run the public bureaucracy.
As the government seeks to position public administration to better serve citizens, it is also looking at reducing waste and streamlining its operations. A major thrust in this regard is the introduction of shared corporate services.
Shared services really is an insourcing of work. So you look across common services and how they are currently being administered or how they are currently being delivered. In every single shared service that we are building, all of them are technology driven. Now that we've completed our pilots, we will report back to Cabinet the results of the pilots. We will confirm the decision around building out the department, and then we will proceed to build out the shared corporate services as a department of government.
The final pillar of the Public Sector Transformation Program draws on the 2011 Master Rationalization Plan that recommended the merger, closure, or divestment of public bodies, as well as the integration of their functions into their parent ministries as a way of restructuring the operations of government.
When this government came into office, there were approximately 185 around that public bodies. Through public sector transformation, we've been able to reduce the number of public bodies through mergers, through privatizations, through reintegration of public bodies into parent ministries, and through closure of public bodies that have concluded their useful life. So ultimately, a multiplicity of public bodies beyond what is reasonably practical is a threat to the proper governance of Jamaica. We have reformed the governance apparatus for public bodies. We have regulations called the nomination, selection, and appointment of public body directors. And every public body has a competency profile, and it's a requirement that each public body, the competency profile has to be met by the persons who are nominated.
All these efforts are geared at ensuring that the citizens of Jamaica get the best value for every dollar spent and receive consistently high-quality services whenever they interact with the government.
An improvement that I've noticed, the waiting is not as long as before.
I used to come here years back and the service was a little more slower than now. Now it's more improved. The reception is very good and the ambience is very good and you understand everything that they are saying to you.
As the government advances its transformation program, there is always the lingering fear among public sector workers that this will result in significant job loss.
The government has a duty, having taken on this responsibility to transform, to ensure that there is some equity, that those who are affected can have access to retraining, and that there is an outplacement system in place that supports the transition into private sector employment.
Nonetheless, the achievements of Jamaica's Public Sector Transformation Program are reflected in tangible improvements in service delivery, enhanced efficiency, and a more citizen-focused approach to governance.
To improve the customer service, to reduce waiting time, I have implemented a strategy. For instance, if a customer applies for a record and the record is with the regional office, to speed up the process, there is a strategy that we employ to process these applications, even though the physical record is not here with us.
I believe we have made, for complex issues, we have made it much easier in which we have step-by-step processes in which we can guide customers in filling forms to get to daily documents that are essential in their lives, such as the birth certificates.
And while these efforts mark major achievements in Jamaica's journey to a truly transformed public sector, what will the future possibly look like?
We want to continue to reform the public sector, to allow the public sector to provide the services to the Jamaican people, provide services to the private sector, and the idea is that those services must be more accessible. Those services must be more affordable. Those services must be faster. They must be more personable and comfortable for the citizen.
In the upcoming fiscal year, we will implement a new phase of the Public Sector Transformation Program to build on the gains made in Phase 1. Phase 2 will focus more on digital transformation continuing to ensure the requirements for increased productivity in the public sector are in place. We eagerly look forward to the commencement of this program. Madam Speaker, transformation a few thing, and we're making strides.
Since the 1980s, Jamaica's public sector has been undergoing extensive modernization and transformation. The modernization efforts have been influenced by the country's social and economic conditions, requiring successive governments to find innovative solutions to overcoming challenges and creating a public sector that is easily accessible and comfortable for citizens. But in all of that, this part of Jamaica's story highlights the nation's resilience, a commitment to better serving its citizens, and confidence in the ongoing improvement of the sector in the future. Thank you for embarking on this journey with us. I'm Stephen McHugh, and this has been Building a Better Public Sector, a 4-part feature series on Jamaica's public sector modernization program. We hope you found it interesting. To get the latest updates on public sector transformation in Jamaica, you can always visit the TIU's website at publicsectortransformation.gov.jm or follow them on social media.